Hey guys, welcome back. It's me, Sahil Mahajan. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about S3 object lock. So let's dive right into the video. So what is S3 object lock? So basically, object lock is a feature provided by AWS for the S3 platform where it prevents objects from being deleted. It helps you to prevent objects from being deleted. And now you may ask why do you want objects not to be deleted? So there are many compliance or regulatory requirements that are there wherein companies have to keep objects for a certain period of time. So that could be one of the reasons why you want to prevent objects from being deleted. And now the object lock basically follows the worm model. That is, you write once and read many, wherein you're only able to write an object to your S3 bucket once and you can read that object multiple times but cannot do anything related to it. That is, you cannot delete that specified object. Moving on, we have is the object lock modes. So we basically have two different modes available in this object lock feature or functionality that AWS provides us with. The first being governance mode. In governance mode, users cannot overwrite or delete an object version or alter its lock settings unless they have the special permission. So basically, if you are a root user or you have a specified role that allows you to alter the lock policy or overwrite or delete an object, then you will be able to delete that specified object in governance mode. Now, coming to the compliance mode, in the compliance mode, once an object is protected, remember, once the object is protected, it cannot be overwritten or deleted by any user. Remember, any user, which also includes the root user of your AWS account. So even though the root user has the highest privilege across the your AWS organization or AWS account, that root user cannot delete or overwrite that specified object if you are in compliance mode. But if you are in governance mode, the root user or any user who has those special permissions can alter or delete that specified object. Moving forward, we have something that is called retention period. Now, this retention period is common for both of the object log modes that we have. It basically protects an object for a fixed amount of time, and only after the retention period expires, action can be taken. So, for example, you uploaded an object to an S3 bucket, and you set an object lock onto that and saying that you want the retention period to be 30 days. Okay, your retention period is 30 days. That means that object cannot be deleted, overwritten, or any action cannot be taken place on that specified object for a 30-day period. Once this 30-day period is completed, that is when any action can be taken on that specified object. And now this retention period is same for both of the object log modes that we have, that is the governance mode and compliance. Now, coming on to the final slide that we have over here is called Glacier Vault Lock. Now, this is for when you have objects in the Glacier related storage classes. That's where Glacier Vault Lock comes, where it basically allows you to easily deploy and enforce compliance controls for individual S3 Glacier vaults with the vault lock policy. And once that Glacier Vault is locked, the policy can no longer be changed. So, for example, if you set a vault policy saying that for 120 days, you cannot perform any action on this specified Glacier vault. And once you lock that vault, you will not be able to do anything, even though if you are a root user, you still will not be able to perform any action for 120 days. So let's dive right into the S3 console so I guys can show you object log, where is it found in S3 and how can you guys configure it. So let's head right over to the S3 console. Okay, guys, so now we're on the S3 console, and you can see we are here in the general purpose buckets, and I have one test bucket created over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click on a create bucket. We're going to leave all the settings to default, and I'm going to give some random bucket name. Maybe we can give it as object lock um, YouTube. Hopefully this is available. Again, I am leaving every single thing as default, and I'm going to go ahead and click on create bucket. Okay, there you go. Our bucket has been created. That is object log YouTube. Let's head right into our bucket. So you basically need to go over to the properties tab, and when you go over to the properties tab, you can scroll all the way down and you will see an option over here that says object lock. You can see that currently it is disabled, and we're going to go ahead and click on edit. Now, when you click on edit, you're going to see an error message pop up saying that object log works on version buckets. You must enable versioning on this bucket before you can enable object log. So guys, if you are planning to implement object log on your bucket, then do make sure that you enable versioning. I'm going to go ahead, click on enable versioning. There you go. Versioning has been enabled. And if you guys do remember, the moment you enable versioning, you will not be able to disable it. You can only suspend versioning. Okay, so now we're going to see that we can now go ahead and configure object log. So I'm going to go ahead and click on enable. It's going to ask you to acknowledge it. We're going to acknowledge it, and they're going to ask you a question. Do you want to have a default retention period, which basically means it automatically protects new objects put into this bucket from being deleted or overwritten. For this use case, let's say yes, we want to have a default retention period, and now we get the two retention modes that we spoke about. One is governance and one is compliance. As you can see under compliance, it's mentioned that no user can overwrite or delete protected objects during the retention period. Now, as I told you guys can choose a default retention period. You want to be it as days or years, you can specify it. For example, I put it as 1 day, and I go ahead and click on save changes. And there you go. Our object log configurations has been set. We can again scroll back down and you can see it's enabled. Our default retention is enabled, and we're going with the governance mode and 1 day, which basically means if I upload an object to this S3 bucket for 1 day, I will not be able to delete this specified object. But because I am the root user and I have admin privileges, I can override that setting and still delete that specified object. But in the scenario that some other user comes up who does not have root privilege, they will not be able to delete this object or the specified object for 1 day. So I hope you guys did like this video. If you did, please make sure to leave a like, do subscribe, do comment if there are any other topics that you guys would like me to cover. I hope you guys have a great day ahead. See ya. Take care. Bye bye.